You've hit rock bottom. Good. You feel like everything is spiraling out of control, like the weight of the world is crashing down on you, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. No matter how hard you try to climb out of this dark place, it only seems to get deeper. Good. Accept it. Stop running. There's a mountain so high its peak is hidden behind the clouds. I want you to lift your head and see it. Acknowledge the shadow it has cast over you all this time. But understand this. The mountain is not separate from you. You are the mountain. And today, you stop shrinking from your own greatness. There's a difference between experiencing emotions and becoming them. You can feel anger. You can feel sadness. But don't let those feelings dictate your actions. Don't act out of anger. Don't make decisions from a place of despair. True strength is doing what needs to be done. Despite how you feel, you can cry, you can break down. But if you still stand up and push forward, that is resilience. That is mental toughness, doing what is right, even when it's the hardest thing to do. That is power. Master this, and there is nothing you cannot overcome. You carry a weight. I thought by now I would have made my mark, found my calling. Instead, I look back and see nothing but wasted time. Wasted. Numbered time has been shaping you in ways you can't yet recognize. It has been preparing you. You might think greatness is a choice, but it's not. It's a responsibility. You don't just owe it to yourself. You owe it to everyone who has ever believed in you, to everyone who has sacrificed for you, to the people who have invested in your success. The moment you entered this world, you signed a contract with yourself, with those who love you, with God. Honor that contract. Walk the path set before you, and watch how fulfillment finds you. I believe in you. So do the people who stand behind you. But none of that matters unless you believe in yourself. It's time. You owe it to yourself. The cold bites at my skin. Snow falls lightly this morning. The wind cuts deep. The forecast says it feels like 14 degrees. My ears burn. My hands sting. Every morning before my run, I spend 3 minutes in an ice bath. And every morning, I don't want to do it. But if I let discomfort decide my actions, if I let the changing conditions around me determine whether or not I show up, then my life is at the mercy of circumstance. That is no way to live. Everyone craves stability, but few are willing to create it for themselves. The world will test you. It will throw obstacles in your way. But if you find a way to show up every single time, life will look very different. People admire greatness, but they don't see the work behind it. They see Steph Curry drain impossible shots, turning away before the ball even hits the net. They call it talent. They call it magic. But here's the reality. He shoots 500 shots a day, 7 days a week, for years. That's 3,500 shots a week, 168,000 shots a year, over 2.5 million in his career. All for a fraction of a percent of those moments under the spotlight. Success is built in the unseen hours. What you practice in private will be rewarded in public. A strategy is like a highway. It's designed to get you to your destination as efficiently as possible. But too often, we take unnecessary exits. Every time you veer off course, you push your dream further away. The path to success isn't in one giant leap. It's in the thousands of steps taken in the right direction. Resilience, grit, discipline. These are the traits that separate those who achieve from those who don't. The voice in your head will try to make excuses. It will tell you to quit. Train yourself to ignore it. Listen to the voice that tells you to keep going, even when everything in you wants to stop. It won't get easier. You will get stronger. This is your one life. No one is going to tell you what to do with it. If there's something you want, but you're hesitating because you're afraid of failing, this is your moment to act. Fear will always be there, but so will opportunity. If you move forward despite the fear, you give yourself a chance. And when you give yourself a real chance, success becomes inevitable. Even if you don't reach the exact vision you had, at least you tried, and trying is everything. Because those who commit fully, those who refuse to quit, those who put in the work day after day, 9 times out of 10, they succeed. Imagine the life you could have if you did everything in your power to achieve it. Imagine looking back, not with regret, but with pride. That's possible. but only if you stop waiting and start building. Every day will challenge you. It will be hard, but with consistency, you will get there. The time will pass either way. The only question is, will you be closer to your dream when it does? Life is unpredictable. One moment, you feel like you have it all figured out. The next, everything falls apart. Chaos can be overwhelming. It can feel like the ground is shifting beneath you, like nothing makes sense anymore. Maybe you're standing in the middle of that storm right now, but chaos is not the end. It's the space between who you were and who you're becoming. It's uncomfortable, yes, it's painful, but within it lies the opportunity to rebuild, to grow, to see yourself in a new way. The first step is to stop resisting. Stop trying to force things back to how they were. Stop fighting what is. Life will always be uncertain. Plans will fall apart. It doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. The chaos is here to teach you something. Every setback carries a lesson. Every disappointment holds wisdom. You might not see it now, but if you start asking, what is this moment trying to teach me? The answers will come. Chaos does not come with built-in meaning. You create it. You decide if this is the chapter where you give up or the chapter where you rise. Maybe what you're facing right now is pushing you towards something greater. Maybe it's breaking down what was never meant to last so that something stronger can take its place. You are not powerless. No matter how out of control life feels, you can still control your attitude, your effort, and your choices. And that is everything. Trust that this storm is shaping you. You may not see the full picture yet, but that doesn't mean there isn't one. The most uncertain moments often lead to the greatest breakthroughs. Yes, the unknown is terrifying, but it is also full of possibility. Let go of the need for all the answers. Embrace the uncertainty. Some of the best things in life come from the moments when everything seemed to fall apart. Chaos is not comfortable, but it is necessary. It breaks old patterns. It clears the path for something new. It forces you to discover just how strong you really are. So, if you're in the middle of it right now, don't quit. Look for the lesson. Find the meaning. Trust the process. This storm will pass, and when it does, you'll realize it wasn't here to break you. It was here to build you into something greater.